Hey, what's up guys, it's Levi here and welcome to a brand new video on the Team Gullit channel where we thought it's time to show you everything you need to know about set pieces in FC 26. The first topic will be corner kicks. Corner kicks got changed. Not only the way you take them, but also they changed things in the assignments. Now we can basically decide everything how we want it on corner kicks. Both in offense and also in defense. You can choose players to have on top of the box, near post, threat markers. As you can see, when you go to assignments, you can basically change everything. But the way you take corners got a bigger change, because last year direct corners were insane, and now I've got a secret corner kick method for you which works the best, but it is from a short corner kick. So first thing you gotta know is that you want to select a big player who's gonna be at the back post. Then when we take the corner kick, step 1 is that you have to call a player short. You call a player short by clicking R1 when you have the corner kick. A second player will come close to the ball, then you play an X pass. 9 out of 10 times your opponent will try to cover the player who just took the corner kick because he thinks the threat's gonna be there. Instead, we just walk or run down the byline. As soon as you get close to the goal, you should watch the back post, because 99% of the time someone is walking there. Then you just play a regular square cross like I do in these examples, and as you can see, they fly in all the time. This is by far the most overpowered corner tactic right now. I wanted to keep it secret, but I did share it with you. So you guys should thank me, because I'm sure you're gonna make loads of goals because of this. Then we move on to free kicks, where the way you take it didn't really change. But first you gotta go to assignments once again, and you want to select a left-footed player from the free kicks on the left side and a right-footed player for the free kicks at the right side. So no matter which side, the free kick works the same. You want to go for outside foot curled. So with your right stick you go to outside foot low. Until you see outside foot low, you go slightly down until the edge where you get outside foot curled. This is it. That's the moment you're gonna take the free kick. All that's left is to aim slightly next to the wall. Aim between 3.5 and 3.9 bars of power. If you hit 4 bars, it's gone. The ball skies up in the air, and that's not what you want. But you want to hit it with as much power as possible. No matter who the free kick taker is, if you manage to master this technique, it goes in. I take it with Salah or Aitana Bomati in this case. They are both not insane free kick takers or something. From free kicks we move to throw-ins. In my opinion, a lot of you guys are taking throw-ins the wrong way. By just throwing them and searching for a player by just moving your left stick. Instead, switch to your player with your right stick. You can just switch to almost every player that's close to the ball if you just switch to him with your right stick. This way you can make a run, you can fake like I do in this example. I perform a fake throw-in by performing a fake shot, so square and X in my case. This way I bait my opponent and I can just take the throw-in without having any problems. One thing that's also very underrated with throw-ins is to throw it with triangle. In this case, as you can see, I have the ball at the left side with Nuno and I go for the triangle throw in behind to Kvaratskhelia. Out of nowhere I find space and it's basically a free goal from a throw-in. So if you're not throwing these balls with triangle when you're running in behind, you're doing something wrong. Obviously this is situational, and to be safe you should just throw it with X, but once the space is there you can definitely try this. In this scenario I'm pushed down in my own half, but because I switch here he doesn't know where I'm gonna throw as I'm faking player, and then I throw it back. And when we speed this clip up, you will see it ends up in a goal. So a throw-in could make a huge difference. Either you lose the ball in your own half, or you have a great build-up and you score. Then we move on to penalty kicks. First, scoring them. As you can see, I have Salah right here. The closer you get the circle around the ball, the better the penalty will be taken. So here, I think there's not much more space to time it, so this one is perfectly. Then you should aim at around 3 bars of power, not much more, because you can time it how well you want. If you put it with too much power, it will go wide. That's something I would not recommend. Don't take the risk. Just go for 2 or 3 bars of power, that's fine. In this case, I'm going top left. It's just the perfect pen. Obviously, you got 5 angles, not from a few years before where there were only 3. Left, right, middle. You have top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right, and obviously the middle. So, now we come to defending and saving pens. There are 5 angles, so if you dive top left whilst your opponent goes bottom left, you will not save it. If you didn't know that, you know it now. It's a really important thing, because when I played with my friends and they went to the left and people scored a pen on them, they were like, how didn't I save it? I asked them, did you dive bottom or top? Usually they didn't know there were 5 angles. One little pro secret I'm gonna give you when it comes to saving pens. Once you know where you want to dive, so for example top right in this case, always try and make the step to the right before you're diving. This way you really increase your chances of saving the pen. So that's it for the regular set pieces. Obviously, now I'm gonna talk about one you guys have all been waiting for, Kickoff. The one thing I am always looking for if I look to these examples is the space in between the midfield and the defensive line. So right here, I pass it back to Frankie and I fight Bonmati in between the lines. You can see right here I try to slow down a bit. I take the ball, I see his midfielder Reinders is coming at my right, so I decide to dribble a bit away from him with technical dribbling. Right now my opponent has a problem. As it's kickoff, you can see his right centre back Saliba and left centre back Pacho open up the middle completely. My opponent is not defending bad, he is just chasing back with Frankie, trying to apply pressure on him. What happens? The entire middle is open, I dive into the space and it looks like my opponent is stupid whilst defending. But that's not the case. Second example, almost the same issue. As you can see, I'm looking for the space in between the lines. To get there is not that hard. You just play it from kickoff, run there because your opponent's defenders probably won't have the best positioning at this time. Search for that space, slow a bit down. Right here, if I pass it, when I enter his box, the gap between his midfield and his defensive line is insane. It's like this. So I have so much space to dribble and just wait for him to try and make a tackle and hopefully I turn the right way. That's what happens here. I find some good dribbling with Bonmati, then it's an easy finesse finish. Probably not the thing you guys struggling with the most scoring kickoff, probably defending. And the biggest tip I can give is what you will see in these examples, perform offside traps. Obviously, I cannot guarantee you that you're not going to concede any kickoffs at all anymore. In general, a lot of people are struggling with defending in FC 26 and kickoff seems to be a bit harder always. So I cannot guarantee you that you will not concede kickoffs, unfortunately. But by performing offside traps, you make it so much harder for your opponent. You perform offside traps by pressing the D-pad arrow up twice. The second time you do it, your defensive line will step forward. As you can see in these examples, it works so well. I'm basically spamming it from kickoff and my opponent doesn't know where to go. In this second example, he even passes it into my feet of Balerdi, which was my right center back. And this way it just looked like kickoff wasn't a problem at all. That being said, we've talked about every set piece in FC 26. One thing I've got to tell you is that we've just uploaded a video as well about my FC 26 team and tactics. I can tell you one thing, it is a good video to watch. My team is worth more than 15 million coins, so make sure to check that one out. All that's left for this video is that I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure to put your thumbs up on this video, leave a comment down below if you would like to, subscribe on our channel, and I see you guys next time. Ciao.